Spend 5 minutes in any handgun conversation and you'll hear the same line on repeat. Just buy a Glock. There's a reason that mantra stuck. The Glock 19 earned its rep like a championship quarterback. Durable, unfussy, and almost impossible to bench. But the game has changed since 2005. Today's pistols arrive from the factory already set up for modern tactics. Optic-ready slides, modular chassis, factory compensators, and carbon-reinforced frames are rewriting what a carry gun can be. Shoot one of these new designs and your Generation 3 Glock can feel like it's bouncing on a trampoline next to it. This piece isn't a takedown of Glock culture. It's a wake-up call. There are pistols now that push the envelope on recoil control, ergonomics, and out-of-the-box capability. If you're still loyal to a Generation 3 because it just runs, that's understandable. But there are options that do more than run. They redefine what a personal defense pistol can be. Coming up, the list starts at 10 and builds to 1. CZP9 Nocturne, the quiet sleeper. That punches above its weight. Sliding into number 9 is a pistol that refuses to beg for attention. The CZP9 Nocturne is for shooters who respect mechanical heritage wrapped in modern capability. Built on the bones of the original P09, which debuted in 2013, this iteration keeps the classic full-size feel while fixing the biggest complaint. No optics cut. Now it ships optic-ready from the factory, with iron sights that co-witness with most red dots straight out of the box. Chambered in 9mm, the Nocturne comes with either a 4 1/2 inch barrel or a compact 3 3/4 inch option, and it feeds from a 19-round magazine in the full-size configuration. What makes it special is chemistry between ergonomics and trigger mechanics. The updated grip texturing locks into the hand like it was carved for your palm. The double-action to single-action system gives you a deliberate first pull for secure carry and razor-short follow-ups for when the pace picks up. Deep slide serrations, balanced mass distribution, and a recoil impulse that feels measured. All of it adds up to a pistol that shoots like it was engineered by people who actually shoot. No flash, no hype. Just a tool that quietly outperforms expectations. Walther PDP Compact Steel Frame. Heavy-hitting precision for the everyday carrier. This one changes the conversation about what a carry pistol can feel like in your hand. The Walther PDP Compact Steel Frame. It takes the DNA of the polymer PDP and swaps in a cold-forged German steel frame, turning a familiar platform into a precision tool. Chambered in 9mm, it runs a 4-inch match-grade barrel and ships with a 15+1 capacity as standard. Unloaded weight sits around 38 ounces, and that extra mass is intentional. It soaks recoil and keeps your red dot glued to the target through rapid strings. Ergonomics remain a standout. The grip angle, texture pattern, and interchangeable backstrap options lock the pistol into your hand like a vice without killing comfort. The trigger is one of the sharpest in the striker-fired world. Clean break, short reset, and nothing that feels sloppy. Slide serrations are deep and tactile. The slide is optic-ready using Walther's plate system so you can mount a dot without guessing. Suppressor height sights come standard for co-witnessing. If you want duty-level control from a striker platform and you're tired of compensators or gimmicks, the PDP Compact Steel Frame delivers honest mechanical stability. It's heavier than polymer alternatives, but that trade-off buys you flat, repeatable performance every range session. Shadow Systems MR920. A custom shop out of the box. If you've ever wanted a Glock 19 that went to gunsmith school and came back perfect, meet the Shadow Systems MR920. This is a pistol that borrows the successful footprint but refuses to play it safe. It's chambered in 9mm, built on a platform that accepts Glock magazines, but every surface, cut, and spec screams bespoke. From the factory, it's optic-ready, with a multi-pattern mounting system that supports nearly every red dot without adapter plates. The slide wears front and rear serrations, weight relief window cuts, and a match-grade spiral-fluted barrel that tightens groups like a vise. Capacity reads 15+1, and some variants ship with threaded muzzles for suppressors or compensators. The trigger is flat-faced, crisp, and tuned for a razor-short reset that makes rapid strings feel mechanical, not sloppy. Grip texture is aggressive, and the undercut plus recoil control ledge locks the support hand into place for controlled follow-ups. Out on the clock or on defensive drills, The MR920 behaves like a custom build you'd pay double to commission. It's pricier than stock, sure, but it arrives already optimized, so you spend range time improving skills, not chasing upgrades. Ready to leave vanilla performance behind? Heckler & Koch VP9, precision ergonomics that sneaks up on you. Here's the pistol that doesn't scream for attention, but will make you rethink what comfortable means. The Heckler & Koch VP9. Chambered in 9mm, it ships with a 15+1 standard capacity and a grip system that feels like it was carved for your hand. The real story is in the ergonomics. Interchangeable back straps and side panels create a bespoke fit that most factory guns can only dream about. That custom-like interface gives you a purchase so secure your follow-ups become instinct, not calculation. The trigger on the VP9 is widely regarded as one of the cleanest striker triggers out there. Smooth take-up, a glass-like break, and a sharp, snappy reset that pulls you into faster, more confident strings. The slide is optic ready, straight from the factory, with deep serrations that give positive purchase whether you're gloved, wet, or under stress. Sights co-witness cleanly with most red dots, so your transition from iron to glass is seamless. Build quality, solid German engineering, reliability, right up there with the best. It's not flashy marketing, it's quiet performance that humbles louder guns. If you want a pistol that rewards skill without demanding upgrades, the VP9 is a surgical choice. So why isn't every range bag carrying one? The answer will change how you pick your next sidearm. FN509. Tactical. Mission built, straight out of the box. Taking the top spot is a pistol that doesn't pretend. It's mission built. The FN509 Tactical. Built by FN, a manufacturer steeped in military and law enforcement pedigree, this pistol is engineered for environments where failure isn't an option. It's chambered in 9mm and ships standard with a 17-round magazine plus an extended 24-round magazine for serious capacity. The factory barrel is 4.5 inch and factory threaded, ready for a suppressor or a compensator without sending it to the gunsmith. Out of the box you get suppressor height iron sights for immediate co-witness and a low-profile optics mounting system with plates included. No scavenger hunt for adapter plates. The slide wears aggressive serrations for a positive grip in rain, mud, or gloves. The grip texture is unforgiving in the best way. It locks the pistol to your hand so recoil translates into follow-ups, not flinch. Yes, it carries a higher price and more weight than some polymer options, but that mass soaks recoil and makes rapid strings surgical. This is a pistol built for duty, for teams, for people who work where complacency costs lives. So ask yourself, are you buying a range toy, or are you investing in a tool designed to work when everything else fails? Kimber R7 Mako Carbon Compact, a carbon surprise. Wait a minute, Kimber built that. Say it out loud and feel the double take. The Kimber R7 Mako Carbon Compact arrives like a quiet knockout, stealthy styling, high-end intent, and built from the ground up for concealed carry. Chambered in 9mm, it ships with 11 or 13 rounds depending on your choice, enough capacity to disappear under a t-shirt without surrendering firepower. The secret sauce is the frame. Carbon fiber reinforced polymer gives it surprising stiffness and a featherweight feel, so your draw is faster and your follow-ups come back to target sooner. The grip is fully modular with 4 interchangeable back straps, letting you sculpt the gun to your hand like a bespoke glove. Controls are ambidextrous from the factory, and the magwell is flared to make reloads forgiving when the clock ticks down. Kimber didn't cut corners on sights either. It ships with True Glow Tritium Pronite sights, orange front and white rear dots, and the slide is optic ready with an RMSC footprint that co-witnesses without aftermarket drama. The trigger is flat-faced, clean, and resets with a snap that feels far pricier than the tag. If you want a carry gun that stands apart from the Glock C, this one forces people to look. Springfield Echelon 4.0, the modular answer to the modern carry puzzle. Here's a pistol that feels like a blueprint for the future, the Springfield Echelon 4.0. At its core sits a central operating group, a fully serialized drop-in fire control that turns the pistol into a true modular platform. Swap slides or frames as easily as changing plates on a range bag, and you've just turned one gun into several mission profiles. It ships with a 4-inch hammer-forged barrel, pairing a compact slide with a full-size grip to give you the best of both worlds. Out of the box, it comes with a 17-round magazine, and you can step up to 20 rounds with extensions when you want more capacity. Where the Echelon pulls ahead is optics integration. Springfield's variable interface system removes the headache of adapter plates. Mount a red dot straight to the slide, and it fits dozens of footprints without fiddling. Throw in tritium notch night sights, aggressive slide serrations, and a recoil impulse that feels unnervingly flat, and you've got a pistol designed around modern shooting, not yesterday's compromises. This isn't a rehash, it's a system. If you want one gun to adapt to anything from appendix carry to competition, the Echelon 4.0 is hands down a contender you need to test. SIG Sauer P365X. Macro, the fuse, the hybrid that breaks the rules. Here's a pistol that refuses to sit in a single box, the SIG Sauer P365X Macro, known on the line as the Fuse. It's chambered in 9mm and ships with a 4.3-inch carbon steel barrel. Overall length comes in just over 7 inches, which sounds small until you feel the difference a full firing grip and a longer sight radius make. The headline stat is capacity, 21 rounds in a staggered stack magazine. For a pistol this slim, that number reads like science fiction. From the factory, you get an optic-ready slide cut to the RMSC pattern, with iron sights that co-witness, so your dot and irons work together without tinkering. The trigger is a flat-faced design that breaks clean and demands you shoot faster and more accurately. Grip texture is aggressive enough to hold through sweat or a rain-soaked range day, yet the frame remains slim enough for serious concealment. Controls fall exactly where your hands expect them to. Slide serrations are deep and positive, giving confidence during reloads and manipulations. This is the literal bridge between micro-compact concealability and full-size shootability. It carries like a compact and shoots like a duty gun. So the question becomes, are you ready to consolidate two guns into one platform? Or does that power come with compromises you haven't considered? Staccato C2, the elite tool that turns carry into competition. If you think carry pistols are all compromises, the Staccato C2 will make you rethink that belief. This is a double-stack, hammer-fired, 2011-style carry pistol engineered to erase the line between matchgun and everyday sidearm. It's chambered in 9mm and ships with a 16-round capacity feeding a 3.9-inch bull barrel, a configuration built for stability and surgical follow-ups. The frame is lightweight aluminum, machined and balanced, so recoil doesn't translate into chaos. Instead, it feels surgical, precise, and relentlessly controllable. The trigger is the headline, a short, razor-clean break with a lightning-fast reset that reads like a competition trigger, but tuned for serious defensive work. That trigger changes everything. It makes fast strings accurate and nervous hands predictable. The grip texture and angle are sculpted for a positive purchase without shredding your support hand during long drills. Optics compatibility is available with plate options, and the sights are designed to index quickly under stress. Don't think of the C2 as a luxury toy. Think of it as a performance investment. Once you've run one hot, everything else that costs half as much will feel like a bargain in comparison. Are you willing to trade concealment compromises for a pistol that refuses to lose when the stakes are high? The Canik TP9 SFX is a phenomenal Turkish-built pistol, chambered, naturally, in 9mm. Specs that actually matter. 20-round capacity straight from the box, and a 5.2-inch barrel. That extra length isn't cosmetic. It gives a long sight radius that translates to dead-steady stability and surgical accuracy you usually only see on pistols twice the price. Whether you're beating the clock in a timed drill or punching steel at distance, the SFX keeps pace with anything in its class. What truly sets it apart from other affordable pistols is the feature set. It's optics ready out of the case. No gunsmithing or pricey milling required. You get a Warren tactical fiber optic front sight that locks on the target, and a trigger that's a revelation. Flat-faced, crisp, and breaking like glass at roughly 3.54 pounds. Reloads are lightning fast thanks to a flared magwell designed to be forgiving. Canik didn't cut corners. The kit includes multiple optic plates, extra backstraps for a custom fit, and 2 magazines. Compare that to a Spartan Glock box with plastic sights and a single mag, and it's easy to see why serious shooters favor the TP9 SFX. Are there trade-offs? Sure, it's full size, so not ideal for deep concealment, and the aftermarket ecosystem isn't as vast as Glocks or SIGs. But for a dedicated range gun, weekend competition, or anyone demanding top-shelf performance without an obscene price tag, the Canik TP9 SFX punches well above its class. It's not a cheap knockoff, it's a serious contender. You made it to the end. And now comes the hard part, turning preference into purpose. This isn't about chasing shiny features. It's about choosing a handgun that matches your mission, then investing in the skill to make that tool lethal accurate under pressure. Start with fit. Does the pistol lock into your natural grip, or are you forcing it? Next, look at platform capability, optics readiness, barrel length, and capacity. And ask whether those features solve real problems you face, not marketing ones. Think about maintenance and parts availability. Can you get mags and service when you need them? Budget for training before you budget for parts. An upgraded trigger on a stock shooter won't save poor fundamentals. Respect the trade-offs. A heavier steel-framed piece soaks recoil but costs concealment. A slim macro carry gun gains concealability, but may mean different follow-up mechanics. There is no universal champion. Only the right choice for you, right now. So here's the final challenge. Pick the pistol that makes you train harder, carry more confidently, and respond more effectively. Then show up. Put rounds downrange. Learn malfunctions. Master grip and sight acquisition. That's where the weapon becomes a tool and the owner becomes the edge.